Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, man and woman shot and injured at Yuatan police station. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing an incident in which a man and a woman were shot and injured at the Yuatan police station in St. Catherine on Thursday night. About 7:57 p.m., a member of the police team was reportedly collecting a statement from someone when a man who is said to be mentally ill barged into the building with a machete. The man reportedly attacked the cop, who took evasive action and fired one shot, which hit the man and a woman who was in the reception area. The injured persons were taken to hospital. Tour bus driver on cocaine charges offered $1.5 million bail. Christopher Kedo, the Westmoreland-based tour bus operator, who was arrested on January 6 after the police allegedly found 17 parcels of cocaine in his vehicle, was offered bail in the sum of $1.5 million when he appeared in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday. Kedo, 51, who is of a Little London address, is charged with possession of, dealing in, and taking preparatory steps to export 38 pounds of cocaine. He is also charged with a conspiracy to export cocaine, trafficking cocaine, and the possession of criminal property. The court was told that on January 6, the police, acting on information, went to a location near a resort in Rose Hall, St. James, where they saw Kedo sitting near his bus. A search of the bus uncovered 17 parcels of a substance which was later identified as cocaine. Kedo reportedly told the police that he was supposed to deliver the items to a location in Trelawney. Following this, he was arrested and charged. In applying for bail on Kedo's behalf, his attorney, Christian Freginet, told the presiding parish judge, Keisha Grant Price, that the defendant was disputing the charges laid against him. Your Honor, I have heard the allegations as they were read out by the clerk, and my client denies the allegations as read. We have different instructions, and as such, we intend to proceed to a trial, said Freginet. We can find suitable sureties, Your Honor, and any conditions that are imposed by the court, he will abide by them. We ask that a bail be granted in a reasonable sum. The court was also told that, despite initial reports stating that the weight of the cocaine was 42 pounds, it was in fact 38 pounds. Additionally, it was disclosed that the forensic certificate and a number of statements are outstanding from the case file. Grant Price subsequently offered Kedo bail in the sum of $1.5 million with up to 2 sureties and ordered him to report to the police 3 days each week. She also instructed him to submit his fingerprints to the police. A stop order was also imposed to prevent him from leaving the country. The matter will be mentioned again on March 31. Kedo's arrest took place 2 days prior to the January 8 seizure of $80 million worth of cocaine at an apartment complex in Charlton Court, St. Andrew, for which property manager Alan Patrick Constable was arrested and charged. The day after that drug bust, on January 9, St. Elizabeth farmer George Scott was arrested and charged after a police team reportedly found 2.23 kilograms of cocaine hidden inside a speaker box in his vehicle. St. Catherine man to spend at least 18 years in prison for wife's murder. 35-year-old Peter Walters was on Friday sentenced to life imprisonment for his wife's murder and must serve 18 years and 5 months behind the bars before he becomes eligible to apply for parole. On June 19, 2023, he pleaded guilty to murdering 34-year-old Nikisha DaCosta Walters of Berkshire Hall, St. Catherine. In handing down sentence in the St. Catherine Circuit Court on Friday, Justice Bertram Morrison told the accused that the aggravating circumstances outweighed the mitigating circumstances in the case. I think that your action shocked the public's conscience as it was done in the presence of your child, but it cannot be discounted that you've pleaded guilty, Morrison said. The judge read from the report that Walters was jealous and reacted violently, having been spurned by his wife. Attorney at law Ludlow Black, in his plea in mitigation, had emphasized that his client was remorseful of his actions. The court was told that on August 26, 2022, Walters was at home in Berkshire Hall when a disagreement developed with his wife, who he accused of infidelity. A knife was brought into play, which he used to stab his wife repeatedly. She died from the injuries received. He reportedly ran from the community, drove to the Linseed police station, and was taken into custody. He has already spent 2 years and 5 months in custody. Meeting set between Bustamante Hospital and a family of 4-year-old who died after surgery. The family of a 4-year-old girl who died under controversial circumstances at the Bustamante Hospital for Children is to meet with the hospital on the issue later on Friday. Alexandria Jones reportedly died from complications following a surgical procedure, but her family has accused the medical staff of negligence following an independent autopsy. Speaking with the news on Friday morning, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said he has met with the hospital's management and is prepared to meet with the family.
I am comfortable and satisfied that based on the technical review, the discussion with the CMO, that the medical team did the best that they could, and that there are some technical nuances that would need to be explained to the family members. It is a serious situation. The hospital has been traumatized, the management and those affected. There are still a few medical personnel who have not returned to work, and of course the police has been involved in that process.
Calls for reduction in police fatal shootings are misplaced, says a commissioner. Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake says calls for a reduction of police fatal shootings are misplaced, as these incidents usually occur during confrontations with criminals. The Independent Commission of Investigations on Tuesday reported 10 fatal shootings by the security forces since the start of the new year. Dr. Blake says he has noted calls for the police to reduce fatal shootings, but he says the police will not be soft targets for criminals.
We will be pursuing criminals wherever they are. It doesn't matter what firepower they have. It doesn't matter how bad they think they are. We are coming. So this call to police to reduce fatal shooting, it's wrongly directed. It ought to be directed at criminals who raise their gun. Because you will not get me to tell my police not to pursue criminals. We're going. What I would love these agencies and these persons who are talking about fatal shooting to do is to tell criminals, do not raise the gun at the police. I don't spend millions and millions of dollars in 2024, millions of dollars each month training my OST, my fighting force, so that they don't lose a battle against criminals. I don't train them and invest so much money so that criminals can take them out.
St. Andrew landscaper slapped with forgery charges. A 66-year-old man was charged after he reportedly attempted to cash a check with a forged document at the National Commercial Bank in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. Errol Lizard Henry, a landscaper from Diamond Road in Kingston 9, has been charged with uttering a forged document and the possession of a forged document. Henry was offered bail with a surety at Halfway Tree Police Station. He is to appear in the Kingston at the St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday, January 30, 2025. Reports reaching the news indicated that the accused went to the bank to encash a check. He presented a driver's license to the bank teller as a form of identification. Upon checking, the bank staff suspected the driver's license was a forgery and they subsequently called the police. Lawmen went to the institution and took Henry into custody. Following investigations, he was charged in the presence of his attorney. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.